Hi, this is a test demonstration of how to use Wargameroom.com and how to use the Twilight Struggle module. Wargameroom.com has a chat room where you can go in. When you first go in, it's going to ask you to put in a username. Whatever game you're looking for, you can put like the abbreviations of the game afterwards. Like for Command & Colors Ancients, people use CCA. For Labyrinth, they use LAB. So for this example, we're going to do Twilight Struggle, which is TS. And connect, and you can go in here and you can see other people waiting to play. You can wait, you can right click, you can page people, send messages, things like that. You can also send sounds and things like that in here, which personally I find a little annoying at times, but hey, it's part of the free program. So after you find an opponent, you can connect with these guys. Now, to be a host, which means you start the program first, you will have to make some changes to your firewall to allow that traffic to come into your machine. I'm not going to go into that in this video, but to be a client, you can connect to somebody else who's hosting. Now, what I'm going to show you today is how to do a solo version of Twilight Struggle. We're going to go to Downloads. We're going to click on Internet Twilight Struggle. This file will download to our PC, and I've got a folder called Wargameroom. I'll save it in there. And then once that comes up, we are going to extract that out. And then we'll open that folder. Now for PC users, you're going to use the TS-BAT file. And for Java users, this class file is TS class is what opens for Java. But since we're on the PC, we're going to do run this BAT file here. When it comes up, it's going to ask if you want to start a new game or an opponent's game. We're going to be the server on this instance of it. It's going to give us our IP here. Now we go back to the downloaded folder of TS and run the same program again. And for this instance, we are going to be new game, the client. And we're going to type the IP address listed above here. And you'll notice that this instance has connected to this instance. So you can check which options that you want for the game. We'll select no options. We'll do standard setup. And for the top side, I'll choose USSR. So the bottom will be the USA. And now you begin the game. So if you set them off just a little bit to the left here, it'll make it easier. It will be a little confusing as far as which window is active. Just watch the blue bars at the top. So the Russian player in the game gets to add influence first, and you just click. Let's see, it's East Germany. I'm just going to click on some stuff randomly. Then it's the American player's turn. France. West Germany. And now it goes to the headline phase. So you can say select a card as your headline phase. You can, in the game, you just click your headline phase here. See, this is USSR player, so we'll do. Now if you're not sure about the text of a card, you can always go to information and text of cards in hand, and then I'll say which card do you wish to view. And so we've already played that other one, but let's say we wanted to look at Comic-Con. So you can see down here that the text of the card is displayed. You can also do list cards in hand. It'll list all that down here. So this is the game window down here. This displays is what's going on as far as die rolls and coups and things like that. A list of cards in discard pile. You can change the text size. You can change the magnification of the game to make it smaller so you can see better. Different things like that. So now it's the American players. turn to do a so let's say we wanted to find out what U.S.-Japan Mutual Defense Pact does. So let's look at the text of cards in hand. And we want to look at the U.S.-Japan. So add sufficient U.S. influence to Japan for control. So we'll go ahead and play that one. And then a lot of things are automatic for the game, so it kind of helps you learn the flow of the game. It doesn't necessarily teach you the rules and stuff. There is a file on the Geek that has a complete listing of all the text of the cards you can download called Labyrinth Electronic Hand, and this comes in handy. Oops, I'm sorry, that's Labyrinth. There's one for Twilight Struggle also, but basically you've got all your card numbers here, and then in the second tab here you can have your hand of cards listed for play. But that's how it looks. And that's pretty much the game. So we'll do this. We'll play this as operations. We're the USSR player. We're going to place influence. And we're going to try to get control of Turkey. Now, as you know, that you have to be connected. You have to place adjacent. I'm not going to really teach on the rules of the game, but just a quick demo. Now it's the American player's turn. He plays his card, and we're going to play this one to the space race. So, space race attempt. You can see it was kind of automatic. You can look up here. It shows the details of what happened. No effect because we rolled a 4. If we look up the space track on the top right hand side, you'll see that there's no success here. So let's do a coup or something like that. So let's do okay, so I can't do a coup with that card. Okay, so this is what happened here. Just follow the text. We've got the Asia scoring card over here. So we might want to place some operations points. Now it's the Russian player's turn. And essentially go back and forth. Not too many USSR cards over here. Realignment roll. We'll do a coup attempt. And we will attempt a coup West Germany. And we were not successful. So goes back and forth. Now we'll so the difficulty is that you know what your opponent's hands are, but usually if you're playing the game, you know when people are playing Asia this early that they've got the Asia scoring card. So just for fun, we're going to do the Asia scoring here. You can see the results here. No effect on space race. And that's pretty much it. At the end of the turn, after all your cards are gone, it'll draw up your new round and you start round 2. Great way to learn the game, and I hope you enjoy the review.